has been one of the big surprises to me in the data, David. And we talked earlier about millennials, I think being 46% of this survey, who we have found have been moving a much larger, almost double than any other cohort that we looked at. And to me, two huge ahas. Again, I've been studying movers for at least a decade in the different businesses that I've worked in. Very important segment for telecom, and I was actually the CMO at Pods, which is directly in the moving and storage industry. But two huge shifts here. Huge percentage of folks remaining renters. And even though we were showing the biggest cohort of homeowners being those who were first-time owners or moving up, there is a large percentage of people who are in homes or home families who are remaining renters, and that grew substantially year over year. And then the converse, folks who are staying owners decreased by a huge margin, 10 percentage points a decrease for those staying owners and 9 percentage point increase for those staying renters. And so what do you think's happening here, David? I mean, this was such a surprise to me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I agree. I think given that, last year we did the survey probably last summer, and then this new survey was done this summer, and obviously there's been in the last 12 months there's been a lot of discussion about interest rates and the impact of interest rates on mortgages, et cetera, and it's how it's impacted the home buying situation. So I suspect that this data is kind of reflecting where people stand right now in terms of, do they want to invest in a mortgage with higher interest rates, and therefore, perhaps they're just going to, if they have to move, let's just rent for another year or so and see where we are. So I'm that's my speculation at this point, that's what this data is reflecting.
Yeah, we have some time in this survey for sure where the interest rates are definitely affecting those folks and either took the opportunity to sell when the market was still high and shift to being a renter, or opted not to buy. It's interesting here is where the millennials come in, and we know for years there's been a declining inventory of homes to buy for first-time homeowners. We're still seeing a good percentage of homeowners become first-time homeowners, but that inventory level of a first-time home is declining. And so you're seeing millennials who are choosing now to stay renters and move as renters more. So, and typically renters do move more than homeowners. So that's why in some ways that large millennial number wasn't as surprising to me, knowing that year after year, that inventory of those first-time homes is declining and declining and declining. And then also with interest rates rising, so couple that with interest rates rising, you have your millennials, the largest segment of the population, really delaying home ownership each year more and more, and then therefore the move rate is increasing because they're forced to remain as renters. So some of that wasn't surprising. And then also the trends, I think, of moving to the South. Now that's creating an issue because now there are declines in inventory, in rental inventory, the price is going up. Again, when you have supply go down, the price is going up. And, it's really just creating, I'd say, this whole kind of full circle of problems in terms of people finding, a place to live and being able to expand their homes as their families expand and things like that. David, do you think, as long as the interest rates are up, do you think we'll see this trend reversing, or do you think we might be sitting in it for a while?
I'm probably the last person to answer that question. I'm certainly not an expert on the real estate market itself, but that's my I think we're, until interest rates either stabilize or start to go down, I think we're kind of in this for a while. That would be my speculation, but I certainly would defer to you and others as well.